What's good, Stopde Nation? It is Stopde here, and today we are gonna count down the 5 best card arts in FIFA Mobile 18. So basically, as you know, one of the biggest features of this game that we've had going on in FIFA Mobile 18 is that the cards can be upgraded and the card art changed. They got dynamic card art on some of these ones as you build it up through Elite, through Master, through Legendary. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I'm pretty sure that the 100 overall is Legendary because I know that the purples are Master and the Elites are, well, those are Elites obviously, and the bronzes are bronzes. But I don't really know the terminology of the Master one or the Legendary one. I don't even know. Legendary. We're gonna go with Legendary. So the 100 overall Legendary. There's also, and I don't know if you've seen this, we're gonna show us a little bit. There's also a separate, like, additional one that I believe happens when you rank up players, because, and we're gonna look at Yashin specifically. My Yashin does not look like the Yashin of people who have used these rank up and stuff like that. It actually adds a hat to him as well, which is kind of cool. So like there's even additional ones after that. So who knows how many different levels of card arts there actually is in the game. We're gonna count down our 5 favorites from this one in this one. But first, we got to take a little bit of a pause here and a trip back, because yesterday we had some issues. There was a lot of server things going on. We weren't really sure if we were going to get back in the game, when we were going to get back in the game, but yesterday was when Team Heroes, the guaranteed Team Hero pack, was out, and we really wanted to get one of those Team Hero packs. So we found a moment when we could get into the game, and we were actually able to pull a Team Hero pack. So first off, huge shout out to the EA team for getting it back on. It was like everywhere. This was like system-wide across multiple games. EA was having issues with servers, so it was not just FIFA Mobile. It was on like Battlefront, on FIFA console, on like a whole bunch of different games. There was issues. So like they're on holidays right now, but they came in and got that fixed, and we got some compensation for it as well. 500 FIFA cash and a bunch of boiling freezing points, which is really helpful. Help get some gifts, stuff like that, and some rivalry points as well. So big shout out to them for getting that for us. And awesome. Like that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool here. The other thing, I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you've seen this here, but on our news, if you go to the news, there is a let us know what you think surveys. For 1,000 FIFA points, you can complete this. No, wait, not for 1,000 FIFA points. That would be bad. If you complete the survey, you get 1,000 FIFA points, which is basically 150,000 coins or a pack or whatever from there if you complete the survey. Now, I tried to do this earlier and the site had crashed. It sounds like on their Twitter they said that the whole thing crashed. So apparently, when you put like 2 million daily followers and say you get 1,000 FIFA points if you complete this survey, it will crash the system. I'm not really shocked by that, but that is what happened. So it seems that we've like overrun their system or something like that, or it was just really poor timing that their system went down when this survey came out. But who knows? It should be around for a little while, so you got to go in, you got to complete the surveys, complete it honestly, and you will get yourself 1,000 FIFA points from there. So that's kind of cool. So when that gets back up, make sure you go and get that and get your 3,000 FIFA points. I might even just put that in the title, because can you imagine that clickbait of a title? 1,000 free FIFA points. Yep. I can see it right now. I can see it right now. We're putting that in the title. We are putting that in the title, but we need to do something. And we need to go a little bit back in time, because we have to see this Team Hero pack. You got to see what we got. It was not a duplicate, which makes it very, very nice. I just need to find my magical... here we go. I got my magical wand, so we can go back in time, and we are going to get ourselves a Team Hero card. So, let's remember it. We go... backeth in timeth goeth. So now that that is over, it is time to look at the 5 best card arts, in my opinion, right now, at the 100 overall level. So how they change. So some of them we're gonna look at the 100 overall level. The 5th one, though, coming in at 5th, we're just gonna look at the very typical and the best way that I see it. And not every card has it. It looks like most of the gold cards will have it, but like the silver, some of them have it. Not all the bronze are going to have this dynamic. So we got Reese Nelson. He doesn't have any dynamic, but we got Mertesacker here. We're going to put him in. You're going to see what happens with him right now. When we put him in and he becomes elite, look at that. There you go. He upgrades and it changes to a more like action shot of the player once they hit a lead. That is really cool. In my opinion, that is why that comes in at number 5. The dynamic change from just a face shot to that, like, you know, they're in movement. It happens with all the Arsenal players. At least it adds that extra element. It really like helps when leveling up those players. Plus, it's fairly easy to level a gold player up to an elite to see their different dynamic in action and stuff like that. So really cool. Definitely like that. That is our number 5 card art for that dynamic change in our countdown of card art stuff. Alright, so coming in at number 4, we have, and I'm gonna group this together because I think they kind of follow the same pattern, but the card art of our master player card art. So we got Dele Alli. You can see him at the bottom. When he started out, he was not this Dele Alli card. He had the other Dele Alli card art. We'll pop that up first, and then we'll show you the Dele Alli that we got now. So the Dele Alli, he makes this beautiful card art when he goes Cristiano Ronaldo. We're gonna show you it in action because we only have him at 92 overall, but when we move him into position, he is going to turn into his dynamic card art. So when you put him into here, he goes, and at 100 overall, there you go. Look at that. I love that. They got it for Domination Griezmann as well. We're just very far away from it. The other nice thing about this, a lot of people are like, I really wish, you know, that Ronaldo was a better player, all those things. Well, look at this. When we have him at a 92 overall, he's gone up to 107 sprint speed, 106 reaction. The thing is, the players don't go up by the same amount. They don't always, like, when they boost up from each level, go up with each level. And the fact that he's got a speed boost with sprint speed, finishing, dribbling, all those things, he eventually becomes a very beastly card. So not only does his card art become epic, his card becomes epic when he hits 100 overall. So there you go. There's our 100 Cristiano Ronaldo, our 100 Dele Alli, another wicked card as well from that master one. And then we got the Domination Griezmann. This one I'll just have to pop up what the image looks like because I haven't actually finished that one off. But there you go. There are our 3 card arts coming in at number 4, the master player cards. Alright, so coming in at number 3, and this is a tough one. This was one where I was really debating which one's going to go with which, because number 2 and number 1 are amazing card arts. Number 2, there's a little bit of a different story with that. We'll talk about that when we get to there. But here we go. It's going to be the icon players. And what is really cool about this is their dynamic card art actually tells the story. So you start off earlier in their career, and as we switch it off, you can see that it upgrades them. Oh, I put them in the wrong position. Here we go. Put them back. Maldini back there. Look at that. It upgrades their image to later in the career, and as you keep going, you'll actually see, and we're going to show you Yashin right now on our team, and then on Halakat's team, he has him with a hat as well, so you can like actually go one further, and I believe what happens, I could be wrong, but this is what happens when you rank the players. So really cool with that, the card art updates and stuff like that, and to show you like the new images and stuff through there. So that's probably one of my favorite 100 overall dynamic card arts in terms of like how the actual image and stuff changes. But number 2 and number 1, they are in there because the card art and the card design themselves are epic, and when they get upgraded as well, they are even more epic. So coming in at number 2, and this could be like a runner for number 1. Part of the reason why it's not number 1 though is because the amount of people that are going to be able to get these cards is pretty much non-existent. So we got, well, not non-existent, 250 people, and then 1 person is going to get this Conte card. So we have the top 250 players. I do like the top 250 player art when it hits 100, but it doesn't change, like, or the card art in general, but it doesn't really change when it hits 100. Now, this card here, the first place, you gotta come first place in the FIFA Champion Division, so basically you're only gonna get this if you come first. This card is by far the coolest like card art like that we've seen so far in this one, but very difficult to get it, very difficult to get this card. We're gonna have to go actually to the leaderboard and check out the teams that have it and have actually done it, because I think Hunter Killer maybe is one that we can look at to have it, because we are probably not gonna be able to showcase this one on our team probably ever. So we're gonna look at this because this card looks so sweet when it gets leveled. Alright, so we're gonna go into Smoothie's team. We have him 100. First of all, this whole team in general is absolutely ridiculous and pretty awesome. And you can see here, Petit, he's got a different one, and I believe these are all ranked cards, and I think that's why they're showing up different. That Sanchez card looks absolutely beautiful, but not very much of a change from its original one, so that's why I wouldn't necessarily include that. But look at that Conte card. Not only does it change, like, his image, it changes, like, it adds these little, like, things coming up the side. Like, it looks so nice. It looks like a champion card. That is the kind of card that looks like a champion card right there. So that is our number 2 spot. Love the card art on that card. Love the dynamic of it. But let's go and let's see number 1, because I know you want to see what our number 1 choice is. Because if this is number 2, what could be number 1? here we go. In at number 1, you can see our first freeze master player there. We don't have him in position because when we put him in position, you're going to see what happens to this card. I love this card art, and the fact that everybody can kind of level these players up and get to them at that level is awesome. So basically, it starts with your elite player, and they're a little bit frosty. They get kind of frosty. I think I have an elite player on the bench we can show you right now. So on our elite players, yeah, so a little bit frosty, frosting over a little bit, and then as you move them to the elite, it gets a little bit more frosty in there, and then as you make it 100 overall, check this out, check this out. Look at that beautiful, beautiful card art. That is one of my favorite card arts probably ever in FIFA Mobile, maybe in like any mobile game right there. A beautiful card art. It just frosts right over. I think even when you rank it, it becomes even more like frosted over. We'll go look at the leaderboard again because I think someone actually has ranked it, but that is definitely our number 1 spot because that is a beautiful card art, and anybody can get it to 100 overall. So if you have a freeze master player, make sure to hold on to him because you're definitely going to want that like as you move through the season to see on the team. Like I had to get one of them at least to 100 overall because I love the look of that card art right there. So our number 1 spot for the number 1 card art is going to go to the freeze master players. There you have it. We have our top 5 card arts of this FIFA Mobile 18 season so far. Let me know. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you think some other ones maybe should have snuck in there as well? Obviously, card art wise, there's some other beautiful card arts, but we want to focus more on the change of card art versus the actual card art itself, because you look at Sergio Ramos, that is a beautiful card art as well on those campaign masters. Gareth Bale, a beautiful card art, just not necessarily like on the same level that you have with like the changes, because not a lot happens and changes with the card. Also, you know, the door crasher ones ready for Black Friday, great ones as well, but we wanted to just look at when it changes and everything like that. Anyways, thank you for checking this out and stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde out.